Okay, last video. Pretty painless tonight, hopefully. And I know I doubled you up on your homework from 8.2 and then watching a couple videos, but I think you can handle it. So here we go. We notice that we're trying to find the measure of angle A. Oh, I told you I'd show you this. So if you did problem number 5, hopefully you got the same answer I got. And anyway, there you go. You can pause that if you want to look at that. So measure of angle A is what we're looking for. Okay. So in order to be efficient with the use of our time, we want to look at the side opposite angle A, and we want to write an equation involving the length of the side. Now I don't know if your book does this, but last year's book, since this is a new book I haven't noticed yet, but last year's book, they give you an actual formula to remember if you're given the 3 sides of a triangle in order to find an angle. Well, it takes maybe 15 seconds longer to do the problem without the formula than it does with the formula, and it's one less formula to memorize. So if you just remember that if you're trying to find the measure of angle A and you have 3 sides, then just start with the side opposite angle A, because you're going to have the cosine of A in there at some point if you're going to start with the side opposite angle A. So we're going to start with 14 squared equals the sum of the squares of the other 2 sides. 9 squared plus 6 squared. Okay, so we're starting off just like the Pythagorean theorem, but since it's not a right triangle, we have to subtract 2 times the 9 times the 6, and then we have to multiply by, because we're using the law of cosines, the cosine of the angle, okay, opposite that side. So since we're trying to find angle A, that becomes our only variable in our entire problem. Okay, well, to make it simpler, we're going to go ahead and subtract the 9 squared, and subtract the 6 squared. I know I could write that as 81 and 36, and 196 there, which I'll do in a minute. And then equals, so be careful here. This is where students make mistakes. This is still negative, okay. I know it's 54 times 2 is 108, so let's go ahead and do that. Minus 108 times the cosine of A. And let's do that. I don't want to try to do that in my head, so we're going to take 14 squared, which is 196, minus 9 squared minus 6 squared, and we're going to get a grand total of 79. Okay, so 79 is that number, and we have equals negative 108 times the cosine of A, and we're going to divide both sides by negative 108. Okay, so we have the cosine of A equals that number. Well, alright, then that means that A, if we, and I shouldn't do this all without writing it out, but if we take the inverse cosine of both sides, we know that the inverse cosine of the cosine of A is equal to A. Alright, well then let's just type in the inverse cosine of 79 over negative 108. Okay, and I'll show you how it works. This is hard to get in here. Let's clear that out. Maybe we can squeeze it in. Yeah, the lighting really doesn't like this too much, unless you get some shadow in there. No, not really liking that. So you're just going to have to take my word for it, or maybe I can stick it over here. Yeah, once I get the calculator in there, it really messes with the lighting. So again, we're going to check the mode. The mode is degrees. So we type in second cosine, so inverse cosine of, and then make sure you get that negative in there, 79 divided by 108. Close parentheses, and we get 137.011. Okay, so we get 137.011. Make sure you put the degree symbol there. Okay, if you don't put the degree symbol there, you're going to get some points marked down or marked off of your final answer. Okay, because some students don't know the difference between degrees and length. Okay, when you put the degree symbol there, I know you know it's degrees. Alright, so that's the answer there, and I told you that I wanted you to do number 11. So I'm going to show you the entire solution to number 11 here in just a moment. So pause the video, do number 11, and then replay the video and you'll see the answer. It's going to come up pretty quick. Okay, here we go. Number 11, we're trying to find the measure of angle A again, so we're going to take the length of the side opposite angle A, okay, which is 10. So 10 squared equals this. You can see that. Subtracting 11 squared, so we're going to cruise right on over here. Subtracting 11 squared, 17 squared, and then this whole thing here is negative 310. This guy here is negative 374, and when we divide those and take the inverse cosine of both sides, you can see that we get 34.016 degrees. So if you were able to do those problems that I had you do in these videos, then you are set, you're ready, nothing else you need to do. If you want more practice, I don't know what to tell you. Maybe I'll post this whole worksheet. That's what I'll do. I'll post the whole worksheet as a link if you would like to do some more problems. I'm not going to show you the solutions to those, but you'll see the answers at the end of the worksheet. Okay? Have a great rest of the evening or whatever, and I will see you next week. Look forward to it.